We always think we know the best time for things to happen in our lives. Oh, it's better to get married when you're in your 20s, you're in your prime. Or it's best to buy a house when the market is favorable and interest rates are low. But when I read scripture, I actually see the opposite. I see God doing things and even calling people to do things in what seems like the worst time or the most inopportune seasons. I was reading Joshua chapter 3, and God tells them to cross over into the promised land, the Jordan River. And listen to what verse 15 says. It says, "It was harvest season and the Jordan was overflowing its banks." Now imagine the people getting to the river and looking at themselves and around and saying, seriously, like this is the worst time. The river is at the highest. Like there's no way that we can physically walk across this. Humanly speaking, this is the worst time, but it's the best time for God to get all the glory. And it goes on to say, but as soon as the feet of the priests touched the water, the riverbed began to dry up. Then all the people crossed over. The priest stepped out in faith and God did the miraculous. Let's look at another story. Zechariah and Elizabeth. In Luke chapter 1, it tells us that they were unable to conceive and now they are too old. Prime season of their life is over. It seems like their best days are behind them, and biologically now it's impossible for them to have children. What I repeatedly see in scripture is people who have waited on the Lord for a long time for something. You can either think to yourself, oh, my best days are over, I'm not in my prime anymore, or you can live in expectancy, believing that this is making room and space for God to do the miraculous in your life, which He is more than capable of doing.